Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, Call Elohim La, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to Elders Paul's Gay Millstone, who have learned truth and will well, as well as sincere Shalom to hopeful elect. It's Brother Call on the video. And I'm entitled Lesson Higher Standards and Higher Expectations. And what I mean by that title is the fact that we're in a beautiful time now where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the God of Israel, the Heavenly Father and His Son, is redeeming and calling back his chosen people, man, the Israelites, Yasharallah, with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And we're coming back to our heritage. We're coming back to the greatness the Lord has predestined us for, and which that greatness is being a Lord, being an example of righteousness on the planet Earth, as well as the many other talents and things the Lord gave us. The main thing is what the Hebrew word. You were looking at the scriptures. You see the word Zion. The Hebrew is to Zion, which means monument or memorial. And we're the Lord's memorial on the planet Earth. Okay, so a memorial of what? Of His righteousness. Okay, His glory shines through us, man. That's why in 1 Corinthians it tells you the Israelite man is the glory of Yahweh Shemiel Shah. But nevertheless, like I said, for the title's lesson, higher standards and higher expectations. Because when we come back to the truth, we're held to higher standards and higher expectations because we know better now. See, in the world we were ignorant, but now we know better. We know better of what? The righteous ways of the Creator, man. Like the scriptures tell you, Romans the 10th chapter, we had zeal of the Most High, now according to knowledge. But see, now we got the knowledge. Now we understand the names Yahweh and Yahushua. We understand the true names. We understand what's required of us, man. Okay, to the best of the ability. Okay, the dietary law. Okay, don't commit adultery. In a world, a lot of brothers probably guilty of it, committing adultery. You didn't think nothing of it, man. But see, when you come to the truth, you understand that how bad, you understand how that destroys a nation. You understand that you're held to a higher standard. But also, I wanted to go into the fact that not only are we held to higher standards of righteousness, our expectations, our faith is increasing, man. Because see, look, in the world, someone, I'm using an example because I was just thinking about this and the spirit just hit me. In the world, a man lifting 300, bench pressing 300 pounds or something is impressive. That's impressive to the world, okay? Even us in the world, on the carnal world, that's impressive. But see, us through our faith, like I said, that's what again this lesson. Our faith through Yahweh Shemiel Shah is being so turned up in the spirit that our expectations, our standards are higher than that. We expect to do more than just bench press 300 pounds, man, because like I'm gonna get in the scriptures right here. Okay, I'm gonna get in the scriptures right here. Lord willing, King David, who was a man after Yahweh's own heart, some of the things he can do, man. Okay, and it's just 1 Samuel 17:34, and David sent to Saul, and then this was the time during David and Goliath, man. It says Goliath was a Philistine, so one of them so-called African tribes. It says and David said to Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And when I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth, and when he rose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. So our forefather King David could literally put down bears and lions with his bare hands, man. As well as Samuel. Samuel could do it as well. Let me get that. I got a couple scriptures lined up. I'm hitting the point, the fact that our expectations and standards should be higher, man. Okay, we're in a way higher level. We're the servants of the living power, man. So our requirements, not requirements, but our standards, our faith in what the Lord can do for us is way higher than these regular people. We're not bound by this mortal flesh. Okay, our mortal flesh. You may be a brother that's not that strong. Jake, we've lost our stature. A lot of brothers short now. Okay, in the ancient world, Jake was tall and swole, man. But we've lost our stature. We've fallen as a people, man. Okay, we've fallen. But like I said before, the Lord can easily. It's nothing for you. How about Shadi snap his finger, turn us up, man. Okay, that's part of the faith, man. Like I said before, with that faith comes higher expectation, higher standards, and higher expectations, man. It says I'm gonna go there about Samson. It says like you. Here we go. It says Judges 14 and 5. Then went Samson down and his father and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him. So a lion's coming after him. You gotta think, in modern time, this is really happening. So we actually believe in the scriptures, man. We're not these Christians who just read it and think it's fairy tale, or people don't actually truly believe in the scriptures. If it's written, we believe it, man. So you gotta picture a lion. Think about that. In the wild, and some fucking lion comes after you, man. You can be scared shitless, man. But what happened? It says a young lion roared against him. So a lion roared against Samson. It was like, man. And what did he do? And the spirit of Yahweh Shemiel Shah came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have a kid. A kid is a young goat, a baby goat. So he rent him. He tore him in half Okay, the word rent, means to tear apart, etc. He tore the lion in half with his bare hands as he would a baby goat, man. Because babies are there, the bones, etc., the skin, everything is not super strong, it's still developing. So he ripped it apart that easy, man. Think about like you eating some chicken and you rip it off the bone. That's basically how strong Samson was, man. You gotta think as easy as you pick up like a golf ball and throw it. That's how the strength he had with like it's like with way bigger objects, It says in this would rent him after he was a kid, and he had nothing in his hand. He has bare hands. But he told not his father or his mother we had done. So this is two examples of Israelite men, okay, for our forefathers who had super strength. Okay, so I gave you the example. We just read the example of King David. Like I said before, this is just, like I said before, it's higher standards and higher expectations. Because coming back in this truth, understanding who we are as Yasharala, understanding more importantly who our God is. Okay, we have higher standards and higher expectations. We have the higher standards to hold ourselves to the law. Okay, the keeping of, like the scriptures tell you, and love is the keeping of the law, man. Okay, we gotta keep ourselves to the ways of righteousness and be a holy people, man. And Deuteronomy the 4th chapter says, "This is your wisdom and insight and understanding and the sight of the nations, man." As in higher expectations, we have expectations of what? Immortality. That's what's promised to us, man. Okay, again, 1 Corinthians 15th chapter, I believe. Okay, we should all be changed. Immortality, man. Super strength. We be able to fly, have laser vision like Superman. All these different superheroes you see, we're gonna be able to really do that in real life. That's our higher expectations, man. Because we have faith. You understand who Yahweh Shem Yahshua is. We have higher, like I said, for higher expectations of what we'll be able to do, man. Okay, because we believe in Him. As ultimately it is, it's not because of us. It's because we believe in Him. We believe in what He can do, in His power and His might. He's going to be able to put that in us, man. Like I said, if I give that example, if you can bench press 300 pounds as a man in this world, that's very impressive. But to us, in this truth, like me, I look at that, that's not even impressive at all, man. Are you bulletproof? Men in this world, they in the hood, Jake Wicked, Jake likes to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use that example. What's a different example? Slakia. Since that thought, I don't want to use that example. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go to this because in this world, just the expectations and things, we're not limited to this world, man. 10,000. Here we go. This is going into again the strength of the men of Israel we had in the ancient world. This is a King David again. This is 1 Samuel 18:6. And it came to pass as they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another, and they played and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000. So think about that. They said thousands plural, man. So King David, at the minimum, slew at least 20,000 men by himself. His body count from that war against the heathen were 20,000 at minimum, man. He said thousands, tens of thousands, man. So he could have killed 40, 50,000 Philistines by himself. And where did he get that power from? He got that power from the Lord. That's why he said in the Psalms, he said it multiple times, but I'm gonna get a couple Psalms. And this is just all through the Spirit, man. I'm just gonna grab a couple Psalms at this 18th chapter. I'm not gonna read this whole Psalm, so Salakia. I'm just gonna bounce around a little bit. Like I said, for this all just through the Spirit. The Spirit has hit me to do the lesson. But nevertheless, like I said, I'm just going to the fact that we have a higher expectation. I'm just using strength as an example. This is a small thing. We got higher expectations of what? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, righteousness, etc. things, man. Better family structures, better everything, man. Better food. Okay, we eating GMO foods right now. Everything's on a low level, but us believing in what? The Lord giving us the faith to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, to believe in Him. We have higher expectations of what's to come for us in the future, man. Like I said before, we have higher expectations of what's possible, what's for us reality. See, I firmly believe, I know you brothers in this truth, I see the Lord's giving me visions. I see that we read the scriptures. I know the Lord's going to give us, when Esau comes down, when all hell breaks loose, I know there's going to be men on this truth right now who can be able to have spiritual power, be able to feed them, feed brothers, feed their families, be able to protect brothers and their families, But the Lord's going to give men spiritual power, man. I firmly believe that, man. But why? Because we have higher standards and higher expectations. We don't have the same standards as the world, man. We're not just trying to be a so-called CEO of your own business, man. That's the highest Jake thinks he can be in this society, man. Be a rapper, be an entertainer. You're nothing but an entertainment for the heathen, okay? We don't want to be that. We want to be kings and priests like Yahweh Shem Yahshua. He told us, He promised us, man. Okay, like I said before, I'm emphasizing the point, higher standards and higher expectations, man. Breaking the boundaries that was set on us in this place, the mental boundaries, man. Okay, we believe what we can't see, man. That's the faith, man. Okay, Hebrews 11th chapter, man. Beautiful chapter. Lord one is edifying, man. Like I said, for the Lord He's put in my spirit, man. It's Psalms 18:3. I'm like, I'm gonna bounce around in here, but I'm gonna start at verse 3. I will call upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, who is worthy to be praised. Yeah, Barak the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So shall I be saved from my enemies. Yeah, because like I said before, about the higher expectations, the higher standards. Because why? Because again, we're not trusting in ourselves. See, when you're trusting in yourself, when you're trusting in carnality, when you're trusting in the flesh, when you're trusting in this world, here's what you can see. Okay, you're at a low level, man. Like I said before, hey, you're bound by this flesh, you're bound by this world. But when you believe in how about Shimon Shah, hey, we believe in the things this world hasn't seen yet, man. Was the Lord word in the scriptures, man. Isaiah 40, I just did a beautiful a lesson about the spiritual power, man. Hey, Isaiah 40th chapter, man. The Lord said we are mount up with wings as eagles. Now, according to Esau's science, it's impossible for man to fly. But guess what? We know it's written, so it's going to happen, man. That's that higher expectations, higher standards, man. We believe that Israelites will be able to fly. It's going to be a regular thing for Israelites to fly very soon, man. The kingdom is coming. Yahushua is coming very soon, man. Okay? I just re-upload that video, the beautiful video, the brother Monatazak 144 from California, GMS California, the Bay Area camp. He had made that video, man, about Yahushua coming to conquer. And our Lord's coming back, man. That's another thing this world hasn't seen. So-called UFOs, chariots, a massive chariot invasion. Okay? We have higher expectations and higher standards, man. We're not looking to get the vote, okay, like the 2/3 of our people to vote, get out of this situation. No, we believe that Yahushua, the only God's son, is going to come back on chariots, so-called UFOs, and deliver us, man. Beam us up and change us into immortal beings, man. Okay? So higher, like I said, for higher standards, higher expectations. I'm going to get a couple more scriptures, man. It says Psalms 18:17, because this is going to the point, again, like I said before, about how we're not believing in ourselves, we're believing in how Ba'Shem Yahushua. This is why we're not bound by this world. This is Psalms 18:17, He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because He delighted in me. And the Lord delights in His elect. As the scripture says, the Lord has my elect in whom my soul delighteth, man. It's in Isaiah. It says, for by Psalms, verse 29, for by thee I have run through a troop. Okay, a whole army. A troop is an army, man. So you got a picture of, picture Esau SWAT teams, man. Okay, let's say a group of 20 Esau SWAT teams. They got bulletproof vests. They got a bunch of, Esau's latest technology, guns, bulletproof helmets, etc. Thing they gonna come in and wipe us out. But what? How about Shimon Shah? He's gonna deliver us from our enemies who are too strong for us. The Lord's gonna give us that power, man. So it says, for by thee have I run through a troop, and by my power have I leaped over a wall. As for the Most High, His way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler for all those that trust in Him. For who is the Most High, save our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua? Who is a rock, save our power? It is the Most High that girds me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet and setteth me upon my high places. Okay, and that's heavy, man. Hinds feet. Okay, to go into like how deer be running super fast. You ever seen deer or run, man? Okay, they be super fast. They got 4 legs. They be sprinting. I mean, leaping and almost look like they're flying. The way they leap, they can glide and stuff in the air and move real fast. Well, that's always the speed that our forefathers had in the ancient world, man. Like I said before, we were on a way higher level, man. You go read in the book of Genesis how long we were living, why we were going, and we had higher standards and higher expectations, man. We were living to that higher standard that the Lord requires of us. So we had higher expectations of life, man. The Lord, we lived long, hundreds, centuries, man. It was nothing during that time of Noah, etc., to live 300 years. It was nothing to live 500, 600, 700 years, man. Because why? That was the standard that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua created for us. Now that the standard is going to be lifted even more in the kingdom, because all Israelites going to be immortal, man. Why? Because we're going to be perfectly righteous, man. The second covenant that Yahushua is a better mediator for. Hebrews 8th chapter, Jeremiah the 31st chapter. Okay, so the Lord, we running like flies. Esau to these people, Esau's movies. Oh, that's just fairy, that's just fiction. Flash running faster than the speed of light, speed, and sound. We can run super fast. Well, that's what our forefathers were really doing in the ancient world, man. This is why this is proof that the Most High was with Esau. He's Most High judged us for our wickedness because we failed to meet His standard. So He sent Esau to judge us because Esau can't deal with us, man. Like I said, how you deal with people running around with little superpowers, man? You can't deal with them, man. Going to show you this captivity is from the Most High, man. So all you got to do, like it's written, is return to Him He's going to return to us, man, which with the elect he's doing right now, the elect are coming back in sincerity and truth. Like I said, for trying to meet that standard to our best of our ability in this corruptible flesh, man. But we're going to be on the level, man. This is coming back. I expect this. I say that confidently, and not because I'm proud or trying to be arrogant or something. I'm saying it because I have faith in Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm an Israelite. I'm doing to the best of my ability what I'm supposed to do. I'm studying throughout the day. I'm praying. Okay, I'm fasting. I'm trying to follow the law that the Lord gave us, not eating certain things. Everything's defiled in this captivity. We're defiled. Okay, everything's through. Okay, even your thoughts play you sometimes. But hey, I'm trying. I'm literally putting my best foot forward, man. So I have high expectations that the Lord's going to help us, man. That's why I believe. I believe how about Shmuel Shah is going to help us. Not he's going to give us the strength. I don't believe I'm gonna have the strength. I don't think I'm gonna get my AK and then when Esau comes in, he breaks the door down. Then I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna kill other. No, I'm not like that. I believe that Yahweh Shmuel Shah is going to help us, man. That's where my faith lies. That scriptures tell you in Romans 8th chapter, we're prisoners of hope, man. I mean, he put us in this, the creature made subject to vanity, to be subject to hope, man. I believe Zechariah 9 that goes into prisoners of hope. But verse 34, he teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. So yes, you see things like Superman. I'm giving that example. You can break a steel, like it's over here, a bow of steel is broken by my arm. So King David, a bow of steel can break in his arm. This is why our forefathers are mighty men of war. That's why you go read the scripture. This is why we could take 300 men. That movie 300, if you don't know, those are Israelites, man. That was based on, if you go to the book of Judges, Gideon and them, they had 300 men and went and took down, I believe it was over 50,000 heathens. Okay, so hey, how about Shmuel Shah? That's our standard. Our standard is higher, man, and that's why these heathens are so scared, because we're coming back to this standard, coming back to these expectations, coming back to this level of faith. Because this level of faith, the reason why we stand in great boldness, starting with the apostle Elder Great Millstones, because we believe that how about Shmuel Shah is with us, and we believe he's going to do these miraculous things for us. We believe he's going to send the angels to help us. It's like he's doing now. Like I said before, the last 2 lessons I didn't have any lessons planned. How about Shmuel Shah, through the angels, he just put it on my spirit to do his lesson, man. The Lord's already dealing with us now, but it's not physically manifesting the way other people can see it, but very soon it's going to. But brother's going to do miraculous feats. And you may have something like, I'm just giving an example, like, you ever see, like, I'm giving an example for the movie Superman, because Superman is behaving my spirit. I've been watching, a couple of videos with it lately. I like to watch superhero movies to look at the powers we're going to have, but nevertheless, in the movie, when he was a kid, the school bus had failed. Like, he was super strong, right? And his parents didn't want him to show everybody he was super, right? So the bus, whatever, brothers who see Man of Steel can talk, the scene I'm talking about. Like I said, for the movie's called Man of Steel, and basically Superman, he was a kid, like this is either in middle school, and basically the bus flipped over on the bridge, and it went to the water, and everyone was drowning. But he being Superman, he being so strong, and he had the power to lift the bus push the bus out of the water with his bare hands. A little kid with his whole bus, picked up the whole bus and took out the water, man. And that's the situation we're going to be in, because like brothers always say, we're like Clark Kent. We preach this truth for the internet day in and day out. We go on the highways and byways, and sometimes our faces are out there, etc. We know Esau's watching us, but nevertheless, our people in our daily lives, they have no idea who we are. And like I said before, I say that humbly. I'm not trying to be arrogant or nothing, but hey, I say it proudly. Hey, we were servants of Yahweh Shmuel Shah. We're the sons of the Most High, man. People don't know we're Yasharallah, man. So in the upcoming times, the Lord's gonna have situations play out where it's gonna be revealed who you really are, man. Because hey, like I said, it may be a situation where Esau tries to cut. You may be in a FEMA camp, you and your family, and the Lord is give you spiritual power, and everyone see you with your power break out of there, man. You may be in there with a bunch of Israelites, you break out of there. It's gonna be revealed, man. And then, like I said, I like watching these superhero movies because that's really what we are. That's what we are. We're literally them and stuck in these bodies, man. Like to tell you in Judy's everlasting chains of darkness, man. But we're gonna be broken free very soon. The Lord's about to give us that power, man. I'm not. I don't know if there's any more about it. I'm gonna go ahead and Psalms 144. I'll probably wrap it. Like I said, for I'm just when the Lord wanted us edifying, man. Like I said, for high expectations, higher standards, man. The Lord is about to show out on His people, man. Like I said, for immortality, spiritual power. Hey, I'm waiting to see. I've been praying recently. The Lord give us that power. I'm waiting for men to be able to start making food out of thin air. Okay, being able to, like I said, for heal the sick. Esau's coming with his with his miracles on the left hand side, how about Shmuel Shai is gonna come with his miracles on the right hand side. Esau wants to cure people's so-called diseases with his microchip, with his vaccine. And the Lord's gonna start having men. It's gonna be some crippled, like it's like how Shai said. He said this is he was like they said who sinned him or his forefathers, basically him and his past life. He said no, he had this infirmity, being blind, just so the basically just so I can show the power, man, of Yahweh, man. That's what Yahweh said. Roughly, I butchered it, Slakia, but nevertheless, it may be like someone in a wheelchair at camp, wherever, all the camps throughout the world, maybe some Israelite in a wheelchair come up and listen to the word, and the spirit just hop on him, brother. Like I read about Samson, the spirit came mightily upon him. The spirit made his hop on him, brother, to the spirit probably how about Shmuel Shai get up and walk. He can get up and walk, man. The Lord's gonna start doing things like that, but you gotta believe. It starts with faith. Like I said before, through faith we have higher standards and higher expectations because we believe in how about Shmuel Shai, not ourselves, man. So I'm gonna read one more, Psalms 44:1. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shimei Shai, my strength, because the Lord is our strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight, man. So the Lord teaches all these things. The Lord gives us these things, man. So I sincerely hope this edifying lesson. I want to say, call Elohim La, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh Shimei Shai, Ba'ashem Karkadash, double honors, Apostle Elsgate Millstone, Shalom to the hopeful elect.